Hey friend, and here he is, Sky Up, your host for Hey Friend.
Hey friend, what's going on? This is Sky Up. We are here with our third episode for season 2, 2026, and we're so excited. I am Sky Up. I'm your host for Hey Friend podcast, and again, we are just coming on, trying to get this together, and looking at something different coming up real soon. So, be paying attention for us on that. Um, So, with that being said, we are hoping that you all come in and chat and sit down with us, and looking forward to this new season that's coming in. Things are happening around. It takes a village. Just got our very first Unity High Steppers. They had their first um, practice today for the new year. So, if you have any young girls that would like to participate in the on the Unity High Steppers, I'm not for sure exactly what they need to do, but I know they are having tryouts and applications in February. So I do believe that's still happening. So please be looking out for that if you would like your child to be a part of that. So anyway, we will be looking at that coming up here shortly. Like I said, in the next couple of next so couple please be looking out for that. Sorry. Next couple of weeks, they should be putting that information out. If you have a child that would like to be a part of the Unity High Steppers of It Takes a Village. So anyway, how you all doing? Come on in, say hi to me. Say hey, I'm putting the comments up on the stage so we can see who's all in here. We hope to see you all here. We are excited and looking forward to everything going in. Yes, I am looking for anybody that wants to come on today. I'm actually got a couple of devices in front of me because I'm looking at some other things, trying to do some things. So, hey, friend, how y'all doing? Let me know you're here. We have a good topic today. I just want to drop some stuff into your spirit, and it's not going to be deep. Well, I can't say it's not going to get deep. It only gets deep how we allow it to get deep, whoever that is, who may come on. So, thank you all for the birthday celebration last week. We had some crazy technical difficulties on my side with the StreamYard app, but we believe that we have it going on again, and this may be the last one we get on this platform. So look, we may be going to something called Riverside. Or not Riverside, River, yeah, River something. I don't remember what it is. It's another app, streaming app, not another streaming platform, I should say. So we can make sure that things are not going to go in and out and go sour. So and then again, it just could be my computer being full because I got so much stuff on it. But anyway, how y'all doing? What's going on? Say hey to me. Let me know you out there. All right, let me know you out there. Okay. Don't want to. Been talking all day. I'm tired. So, how y'all doing? What's happening? What's happening? Who's out there? Say hey to me. Who's out there? Say hey to me, please. All right. All right. So we are here at the center. I don't know if that's backwards or forward. I can't really see. For me, it looks like it's backwards, but I don't know what it looks like to you. So I don't know how to turn that around if I can, if that what that looks like. So again, I've been looking at a different app or a different platform to do my live streaming on, to change the podcast to a different um, a different platform system, It's called River. I said Riverside, but I've been listening to some gospel music, so it could be River something else. But it is Riverside, I think. No, that's Riverside. Oh gosh. Anyway, I think it's River. It's called Riverside. Let me check. Yep, Riverside Podcast System. Okay, yep, that's what it's called, Riverside. So it is Riverside. Woo! I don't want to be knowing I got so much stuff going on. But how y'all doing? What's happening? Say hi to me. Let me know who's here. Let me know who's on. Hey, Kizzy, how you doing? I can see some people on here from my phone. I have that up as well, so I'm trying to see who's all on here. Hope all is well with you all. We are in the third week of January already, which is really, really, really crazy to be in the third week already. Hey, cousin Robert, how you doing? Um, Trying to remove some stuff off of my screen so I can see who's here. So anyway, say hi to me. Hope all is well with you all. Tonight we're going to have a topic. Actually, I was going to actually pull somebody on here and give me a topic to talk about. I want to do a freestyle type of thing, and give me a topic that you want to talk about, something that's on your mind, something that's been weighing on you. Let me know. I want to be able to, Yelly Bell, I want to be able to flow off the top of my head. Normally I get something in and I don't get everything that I need. So, hello, Kizzy. Thank you for saying hello. I appreciate ya. How's everything? How's everything? How's the grandbaby? Oh, grand. This is a grand adolescent probably by now. So, bye bye. See y'all later. My coaches are leaving from the Unity High Steppers drill team. Um, so is there? I want a topic. Give me a topic off the top of your head. I want to flow and roll with the topic, and I've been given one, but I want to see if there's anything out there that we can do something a little different. So let's try it. Does anybody have a topic for me about sipping tea? Yes. Anyway, um, let's talk about it. Anybody? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We have different people on here. I'm seeing three different. Hey, Victoria, I see you on. How you doing? Hope all is well. How did class go? Did you make it to class? If you didn't, it's okay. I'm trying to find a topic, Victoria. Give me a topic. I want to bring out a topic so we can talk about it, and then maybe I can pull you on, pull somebody on. I want to be able to talk to some people about a topic. I thought about um, if you could. Today is the birthday of Martin Luther King Jr. And we know that he was shot and then murdered in a hospital. So he wasn't assassinated when he was shot. But anyway, that's the story that was told to us. But then the truth I found out was something different. But anyway, if you could have a conversation with someone who's gone, who would that be? And I'm not trying to make this a sad moment because I would say my dad or my grandmother and I would cry. But someone like Dr. Martin Luther King, just to see what we didn't know, what we didn't know. What I would like to ask him some questions. I see his respond and how he would be if he was still alive, and or how I would be if I would have got to walk with him. I met him earlier on in my life before he was made his before the transition happened. Um, how I would be if I'd be a little different, if I would be a little bit more militant or peaceful, or what have you. But just some of his truths for real. Some things we don't get to know from people because, especially when they pass on, before we get to really know them or meet them at all. And because of his birthday, I thought, what questions I would ask, and what would I want to hear, and how would I respond, or how would he respond to my questions, and what that would be like, to meet Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., being because of today's his birthday. That's what I was thinking about, as I was coming in. Who would like to have a conversation with? And again, not to get anyone upset or sad. Uh, hey, Chandra, what's going on? Not to get anybody upset or in their feelings about anybody, because I know somebody might want to say my mom, my grandma. I don't want anybody getting sad. I don't want anybody being sad. But somebody that possibly that you really didn't get to talk to, that has done some powerful things in our world, our country, our community. Yeah, like I said, because it's Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. birthday today, the 15th. Um, how would you what would you like to say? I mean, I would like to ask him, you know, what was his real dream? What was the 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 message without all of the hoopla that we've heard so much about? But what did he really think? I want to get into the depths of what he really was about, as a person, because you can learn so much about, um, for instance, a preacher or a pastor, not just hearing their sermon after sermon after sermon, after prayer meeting after prayer meeting after prayer meeting, after visiting, after going to, all that, and you can have them, you see them one way, but then when you get to go hang at their house, or go talk to them somewhere, and realize, whoa, he's deep. That's deep. I mean, he's different than what I thought, because all I've heard was his sermons. All I've heard him be is the preacher role. What would it be like to sit down with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and just talk to him? Like, talk to him with, as they said, there was something I just seen about someone who met him, and he was just like sitting in his t-shirt and his house shoes and just chilling. Could you imagine walking up and saying, "Hey, what's up, Martin?" Oh my God, that would just be crazy. To talk to him. So, what do you think? What do you think? Who would you like to talk to and have a conversation with, and why? Why? I think I would also like to have a conversation. Let me see, who else would I would think of I could have a conversation with that has gone on, who's made their transition. I would have to say I would really, really, um, I don't know, who y'all think. Tell me your thoughts about some people. Um, you know, I've got this. What is that? Oh, it's my calf muscle. That feels weird. Um, who would you sit down and talk to? Um, Not necessarily a family member. Not necessarily, because I don't want anybody to be sad. I know, Chandra, right? That's crazy. But I mean, who else would you want to sit down and have a conversation with? Not anybody's family, because I don't want anybody to get sad. But I mean, I would like to know. I would like to know. Um, I don't know who else. I mean, just because Dr. Martin Luther King is on my mind today, because today's his actual birthday. Michael Jackson or Whitney Houston. Okay, Chandra, that makes sense. Why? What would you like to know about them? I mean, if I would say Michael, I would like to know. Hey, friend Victoria, how you doing? I think I would like to know, um, how his childhood really was, and if they really it was really strict in his household by Joseph, his dad. Did you get hot wood tracks, Michael? Is that why he said hee hee? Rest his soul. But really, who would you? Zakai said Michael Jordan. But Michael Jordan ain't dead yet, so he can still have that conversation. You know what I'm saying? He can still have that make that conversation work. I mean, that can still happen with him. So go ahead and make that happen, Zakai. You know, you can always, hey Jamie, hey friend. That can always happen for you. But someone that's possibly have passed away, somebody in the history books, somebody I would like, you know what? You know who I would really, I think I would like to have a conversation with that's made that transition. I think I would like to talk to what's his name? Columbus. Christopher Columbus. Christopher Columbus. Let's have a conversation with Christopher Columbus, okay? Bruh. Was there people here when you got here? What? And were they dark-skinned people here when you got here? Okay? Come on. Did you really discover America? Christopher Columbus, come forth. Let's talk. Anyway, I want to know where their life took a turn, and okay, hold on. I can't see this. He said it's pretty close. Wait a minute. Okay, what you say? I want to know where their life took a turn, and I would also want to know who the real them was. We knew the media. Okay, right. He said pretty close. Who said pretty close? We talking about yes, and no. Jamie, what you talking about? Yes, and no. What does that mean? Talk to me, because I don't know what that means. Can I bring you on so we can talk? Okay. What does that mean? Yes, and no. Is that to my question or my statement? I'm going with Eve. Right, Chandra. Right, Eve, Mama Eve, Queen Eve, and not the EVE. Not the one with the. No, we're not talking about Eve. EVE. We ain't talking about EVE. We talking about Adam and Eve. Yeah, I want to Adam. What's up, bruh? What happened? See, you was there, and then all of a sudden, you got a wife. Or help me, and you let her run off. You was out there working, doing what you gotta do, but you're supposed to tell her and make sure that she remembered not to eat the fruit, okay? Not to eat from the tree of life. Come on, and then what happened? How was it? Was you really by yourself all this time? Was there anybody else? Matter of fact, was you there when the big boom happened, like they try to tell the kids in science class? And a science teacher tell me, so Mr. Massey, what do you think? What do you think about the space era and the scientists and the big boom and how everything was got going? My thing was, I said, I believe in the Big Bang. It was like, really, Mr. Master? I said, yeah, I said, God said it, and bang, it happened. Just like that. So anyway, who would you like to talk to? Who would you like to talk to that's gone on? We're not talking about family members, because I don't want anybody to get upset. But hey, friend, how you doing? Who would you like to talk to? Chandra said she wants to talk to Eve. And not EVE. I'm talking about Eve, Mother Eve, the mother of the world, this world, the earth world. Okay. I said Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. because today's his birthday. And then I said Michael Jackson because Chandra brought that up too. So I asked him, well, I want to know, but for Michael Jackson, y'all, I want to know if Joseph was really that strict and if he used Hot Wheel tracks. I got Hot Wheel tracks. I mean, I'm just saying. Let me see. Hold on. What you say? Did you think about the consequences of your choice? Because why do we, endure the pain? He made us work the land, and y'all had to bear the childrens. Hey, hey, I get it, but I'm glad, so glad it's y'all. Woo, Jesus, because the Lord knows, man. It ain't the giving birth, it's the contractions before that. I couldn't, yeah, men not built like that. We not built to take pain like that. It just don't work. We ain't, y'all can have, yeah. Me and you may never part. Because, man, murder, she wrote. What's up? Cortez Collins. Really, Ricky? Really? Ricky Collins in the house, y'all. What's up, friend? Hey, fam. What's going on? What's going on with you? Anyway, so who would you like to talk to? Who do you have questions for? Somebody that's gone on. I would also like to. I mean, no, I said Christopher Columbus because I want to know. Bruh, there was people here when you got here. You didn't discover America, and them people was dark. So don't be feeding me that stuff. Anyway, who else would you like to talk to? Just ask some questions, or just find out who they were, if they, down to earth or what. So, who would you like to talk to? I mean, I could think of actors and I could think of musicians and entertainers. Um, but who else? Who would you like to talk to? Come on, y'all talk to me. Come on, talk to me. Talk to me. Hey. Um, Justice says Tupac. Whoa. OMG. Justice, right. Y'all, man. You know what? Oh, God. I don't want to open up this can of worms, but I'm getting ready to do it because it's my podcast. Hey, friend. Tupac. Who shot you, bruh? Who killed you, bruh? I want to know for real, I have an idea, but I ain't talking about necessarily who pulled the trigger. But anyway, that's a good question. Oh, that's a good person, Justice. Yeah, Tupac. Yeah, Tupac. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. That made me stop in my tracks. That's a good one. So, yeah. But Justice, what would you ask him? What would you talk to him about? What would you ask him? Who else? Adrian, Marcy, how y'all doing? Y'all still on? Talk to me. What you laughing at, Ricky? You said, boy, you so crazy. um, so the topic is I didn't get a topic from anybody, so I went ahead and went with the one that I had about who would you like to talk to, have a conversation with, for somebody who's made a transition. I'm not talking about your family or your friends because I don't want anybody to get emotional on the podcast. I'm just asking, my first one was Dr. Martin Luther King because today is his birthday. And I would like, was like how he was as a real person, not the doctor or the preacher or the we come in peace out. Man, she said that's her hook. Tell Jessica to go sit in the corner. But anyway, what is that person? Who is that person that you want to have a conversation with? Also said Michael if they really got whooped by Hot Wheel tracks when Joseph Jackson was getting the boys ready for ABC. These is what he said. Was that from the Hot Wheel track? And then I want to talk to Christopher Columbus. Bruh, did you really discover America? Okay. I mean, I'm just saying. These are some things I think about having conversations with people. So, what else? What else y'all think? No less people are coming and going, but I wanna get some information on what who do you want to have a conversation with? Who would you like to have a conversation with? Chandra said, "Who got me thinking about Michael?" But she said Michael and Whitney Houston. I don't know if that one's kind of hurts with me. So I it's hard. That's hard for me to talk about because I was in love with Whitney. You give good love to me. Yeah, oh, Harriet Tubman, girl, how'd you do it? And where's your strength come from? I mean, oh my God, can you just imagine sitting down and talking to Harriet Tubman? Wow, that conversation would be so crazy good. And I know she was fun. She was a people person. She had to be. I mean, come on, but she never met a stranger. I mean, she couldn't have. They were all part of her people. It was all part of her who she was and what she did. I mean, how many people are grateful for that? I mean, the people that she ran into, the people that ran into her, trying to get away from crazy stuff and crazy things. That's a good one, Chandra. Well, I guess it's just me and you tonight talking about folk. Is there anybody else? Come on, y'all. Is there anybody else y'all would like to talk to? Have a conversation, get to know if they're still living. How do I find? Okay, how do you find the strength within yourself, like Harriet Tubman? Right, exactly. Oh my gosh, that's a good one. That's a good one too. Yeah, definitely that. So there's a lot of other ones that I would just like to know. How'd you do it? I mean, and thank you. I mean, thank you too. Thank you for everything you've done. So I want to know Shaka Zulu. Shaka Zulu. From our historians in our family, the Newman family, we went all the way back to the Zulu Africans. And that's where my family comes from, originated from. That's what I was told. And that's what we find in our book that we have our family book. So when I seen the movie Shaka Zulu and how badass he was and how he was a king and he had an army and they didn't play and oh my gosh, crazy, crazy, crazy. Like you hear drums. I mean, me and my cousins always talking about we hear them drums, so you better be careful. Have y'all seen Jumanji with that drum? That reminds of me and my cousins. One of us get mad, hear the drums. Oh, we all mad. It's like somebody threw that black hat. We come with folding chairs. Yeah, them drums. But I would like to know. I would like to have a conversation with Shaka Zulu, not the warrior, but the man. You know, golly, can you imagine? One day, I hope to be able to step out on, put my foot on the continent, the huge, blessed, rich continent of Africa. One day to be able to just and breathe in and just open up my arms and just hug the air in Africa. Golly. Slow patience. Slow patience. Where's that? What's that mean, Ricky? What's that coming from? What does that? Talk to me. What's that mean? Anyway, so yeah, somebody, yeah, Shaka Zulu would be another one I would love to have a conversation with, just to see what he was about, who he really was, besides the warrior, the king, the army general, just the badass. Um, oh my God, ain't nobody got time for justice tonight. Talking about Tupac. No, he said no. I just heard him in my left ear, Justice. He said, "Go to bed, little girl." Woo, that's funny. That's funny. Anybody else got anybody that they would like to have a conversation with that has made the transition? And I'm not talking about from your spirit and your soul, okay? Right, from your spirit and slow patience, from your spirit and your soul. Okay, all right. Anybody else you might have a conversation with that's made their transition? Not necessarily your family members, because I want to talk to all of them. I just want to talk to all of them because I miss them so much. And those I never met, but tell them thank you for making me who I am today and guiding me through all the generations I had to come down through and became in this place at this time. Grateful. I'm grateful. But I mean, there's a lot of different people who have made their transitions that, I think, what what is his name? But Barama, it's always been a hard word for a hard name for me to say, and I wouldn't have made it in slave. No, I wouldn't have made it in slavery days either. And but you probably could because you would have gotten the same treatments that they got. I'm grateful. My great grandma, she was full blooded Indian, and I wasn't too. Okay, Stephanie, hold on, Stephanie, with an F. Let me put this on the screen so I can read it. My great grandmother, she was full blooded Indian, and I wasn't old enough. I'm saying it means old enough to know her more about her. Oh, I wasn't to know. Okay, I want to know. Thank you, and I want to know more about that side of my family. That's what's up. Um, Go look for it. Be careful with ancestry. Okay, as you know, Kansas. I mean, is it Kansas that's 250 years old in history? That's not necessarily ours. Just be careful when you go to ancestry because it only goes through and they'll tell you something that they want you to believe. So, but I believe that we've got some Indian in us. My mother told me what it was, but I don't remember. I know I'm probably fully blooded Zulu though, because I hear the drums, especially when I get upset. But praise God for God keeping that part of my life in check. So anyway, um, woo, hold on, Vicky. That's a good one too. Let me. I like that though, Stephanie. But go for it. Yeah, find that information out for yourself. All right, Victoria said Chadwick Boseman would tell him how he was a good actor and an inspiration to me. Let him know how he fought so hard his last days too. So I didn't know he was sick. How? Yeah, I mean that right there. To where? Yeah. Um, was first of all a awesome display of selflessness and strength to be able to do 3 movies, I think, two or 3 movies, and be sick and find out and deal with it all the whole time, and you're doing fight scenes and just all kind of just an incredible human being that we got to know. Hey, friend. Hey, Sia. That we got to meet. Hey, Tanya. Got to meet at the very end of his life. I would love to have a sit down and talk with Chapman. Yeah, both. That would be awesome too. So, but who would be your person that you would like to sit down and have a conversation with that you really didn't know? Um, I'm not talking about family and friends that you knew, and I don't want anybody to get upset or quiet and start crying. I want you to talk about. Like I said, I opened up with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. because today's his birthday. I would just like to ask him, who are you? I mean, where you come from? How did how was this your gift? The peace rallies. How was that your vision? How was that a why was why did you receive that calling on your life? You know, I mean, he could turn around and say, "Well, why did you receive the calling God's given you?" I just would like to know who he was as a man, as a black man dealing with what he dealt with, and just all that because he was such a young man when he died, and which is still amazing to me because I passed that age almost half my life ago, and he did all these great things, and I'm like, man, he was special. So anyway, yeah, we talked about Harriet Tubman. Yeah, yeah, talked about Harriet Tubman. We talked about yeah, about Harriet Tubman, about the strength. Chandra was like, well, how can I find that strength in myself? Like, for real talk, really. So, but anyway, anybody else? Give me some more names of who you think. Yeah, crazy how young he was, and he changed history. He changed history. But you think about it, Jesus, Jane Pittman. Oh my gosh. Okay, see, you said something. Jesus Christ was also a young one, and every time I see now, I remember when I was young, I used to love to watch the Ten Commandments. But when I watch it now, I look at it totally different. I look at it totally different, and I just wish it can be told with the correct people and the way it would should look for real, instead of Hollywood fied. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah. Okay, Sandra, I'm sorry, Ruth, Bi- Ruth Bible and Ruth in the Bible and Mary. Yeah, Mary and Martha and Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene girl, you was out here turning tricks, twerking, and talking about Jesus. What? I don't know. It's a lot. I sit back and think about stuff like this, y'all. I entertain myself because sometimes it's like, wow, this life has been good, but you think you've made an impact, but when you look at people like Chandra was saying, how young Dr. Martin Luther King was, and you're already past his age, and the stuff he did as though he was older, but he was really younger, and how we put so much emphasis on stuff that we're told to put emphasis on, like a career, and then this at this age you retire, and so on and so forth, and anyway, I be thinking too hard sometimes. So, but anyway, um, I don't know. But I just wanted to have a conversation with you all about who would you actually like to have a conversation with, not family, but just unless somebody you haven't met, like Stephanie F was saying, her great grandmother was full blood Indian, and she doesn't know that side of her family. I told her, hey, go for it, go look it up, go find it, see what you can find out. So, anybody else? Hey, friend, how y'all doing? Y'all good? It is Thursday. Oh, it's almost Friday, and we have a 3-day weekend. Come get your kids. Hey, friend. I'm sorry. My younger self, your younger self, Cortez, Ricky. So, when you say that, because I thought I was gonna say that, even though I'm not dead yet, but some old stuff is dead in me. But what do you mean having a conversation with your young self? I think we all would like to have a conversation, and that might could be another podcast about what would you tell yourself, your younger self. But we won't talk about that tonight. Maybe that'll be next week. Oh, so come back, Ricky, and let's talk. But conversation with my young self, I actually have had conversations with my young self when I was younger, but they were from other people who were older. Some of the stuff that I tell young people are some stuff that I was told by older people. Does that make sense? So it's like a generational blessing. I ain't talking about generational curse. I'm talking about generational blessing, where people older than me has given me something, I've ate it, and now I'm regurgitating it up to younger people, so they can have it, and hopefully they'll pass it on. So I think that was already right, right. I think that would be something that I would love to see more of. is older people talking to younger people and being real with them and being raw. I'm not talking about nothing crazy, nasty, nothing foul, but raw as in, telling them straight like it is. I talk to my boys, they know it's a safe space. The show crew at Highland Park High School, like I've talked about them on the podcast before. And we talk, we keep it real, and they respect me. I respect them. I love them guys. They're a bunch of good kids, good young kings, excuse me. And so, but they keep me on my toes. Um, we have a thing called Lab. It's loyalty, accountability, and brotherhood. And so it's very powerful. But anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. Oh yeah, my younger self. So I just wish other people would talk to younger people, get to know them, like you want them to know you. Get to know a young person. I challenge you this year to get to know a young person. Couple, you got to hold to 300. Well, not 60 days anymore, but about 350 days now. Not your own children, but somebody else's kids. See what that looks like. Okay. Chandra said, I just wish we lived along as people in the Bible days, man. The stories we would hear would change how we are as a people. You know, I say all the time, I want to live as long as Moses did, but that dude lived a long time. And what makes it so crazy, they didn't even go nowhere. They stayed in the same region. You know what I'm saying? They didn't really venture out from what we have been taught and showed. But we didn't go nowhere. We didn't go nowhere. And they didn't go, I mean, they didn't go nowhere. And just imagine living 500, 600, 700, 800 years. Could I live that long in speaking? I almost made my own self joke. Not in that way. I'm just saying. Um, I don't know. That would be crazy to me. So anyway, I'm gonna get off of here. I thank y'all for sitting with me and chatting with me and listening to me. This is our third episode of our second season, 2026. We're so grateful, so honored that you come on, that you listen to us. Go back and look at this. I'm getting ready to change live streaming platform. I think I'm going to Riverside. It has a whole bunch of things that I've been playing with and trying, and I have a whole bunch of first time editing videos that I watch that I actually do and then fix and go back and see what I could have done better with those, just so when I come with you all with Riverside, I will be fluent in what it is. So we're excited about that. So continue to come on out and support us and um, share, like, and subscribe. Yes, to a Hey Podcast. I don't know how it's done on Facebook or um, StreamYard, but I'm actually going to figure it out on Riverside and also on YouTube, where you can actually come and rewatch our podcast. And working on my website to make sure that is up and available, so you can actually we can go live on my website. So we're working on all that. So you silly Ricky. I mean, man, I'm just being me. It is what it is. So if you like it, you like it. If you don't, well, you know what to do. There is delete button. No, I'm just playing. Oh, I'm tired. So anyway, uh, you all take care of yourselves. Be good. Love on somebody and talk to a young person. Meet a young person. Don't be weird with them, because what I want to tell you, young people can read you. For some reason, they can read you and they know when you bull crapping. Okay, they know when you real. They know when you're sincere. They know when you trying to. Most of them, anyway. If they can see you face to face. Now, if you're online and you're doing, keyboard bandit and keyboard hustler and keyboard trap person, I'm so tired of pedophiles getting on key. Anyway, that's a whole nother subject. But anyway, you get a chance to meet a young person that's not your child, do that and and learn something from them. I'm learning from these young people, young men, these young kings all the time. They crack me up. They keep me on my toes, like I said, but I love each and every one of them for their differences and for their whole camaraderie coming together to show up cool. So, anyway, hey, friend, y'all take care. It is 9:19. We're going to go ahead and get off of here. But again, remember that I wish you enough peace, power, praise, and prosperity to get through whatever you need to get through, to get over, to get around, to get under, um, and that you prosper. That you prosper in this brand new year. This is our third week of this year, and make it work for you. Um, be better. Be great. Be awesome. I know you can do it. Okay, friend? I know you can do it. So again, thank you all for tuning in to Hey Friend Podcast. I am Sky Up, your host, and we hope to see you all next week, 8:30. Maybe a little change of scenery. I'm going to do some different things, and maybe go to um, my house where I don't have to run up here to the center to get online. And maybe the signal will be better. I don't know, but we're going to play with some things, and it may be a different look. May do something different as far as the backdrop and everything goes. So, yeah, I didn't get it put back up right, but it's all good. This should be like this a little bit more, so you can't see that. So there we go. We thank again my twin cousin Denise Nisi Shores Darktree, who did all the painting, who gave me these chairs, all that stuff. You're welcome, Victoria. It was awesome to stop by your Monday class. And speaking of classes, line dance class with Victoria at Hillcrest on Mondays. It's a $5 fee. From 6 to 8, I believe. 6:30, 8, no, 6 to 8. 6 to 8, Victoria. Um, Cecil Washington III has his two-step classes at the VA in room 4 or building 4 on Thursdays from 6 to 8. I have my line dance classes tonight at 6 o'clock. It was a lot of fun. I also have a two-step class every second and fourth Sundays at J Rock Smokehouse at 10th and Quincy. If you're looking for a church home, 6:30 to 8:30 on Mondays for Victoria's class at Hillcrest. Looking for a church home, New Hope and Love is open at 10 o'clock on 29th and between Fairlawn and Gage is 2901 Southwest Evening Side Drive. I'm sorry, Pastor Fraser. Anyway, so I love you. I wish you enough. You take care. See you all next week. And remember, I challenge you to find a young person to get to know. Um, Let them change your world, and you change theirs for sure. Give them something to look forward to in their future. Because they're not just the future, they're the right now as well. So I love each and every one of you. And again, I thank you so very much from the bottom of my heart. Hey, friend, you be good. Take care. This is Sky Up, and I'm out. Peace.